Have you ever stopped to think that your bathing habits might actually be doing more harm than good, not just to your skin, but to your overall health and even your longevity? Ladies, you might feel confident that your routine is working just fine. But what if I told you that once you hit 70, some of the habits you've followed for decades could actually be undermining your well-being? From accelerating skin aging to increasing your risk of infections, many women in their golden years are unknowingly making crucial mistakes in the bathroom. Stick with me until the end, because I'm going to walk you through 8 eye-opening truths about bathing after 70. And believe me, if you want to stay radiant and strong in your later years, you won't want to miss a single one. Before we jump in, I'd be grateful if you hit the like button. It helps spread awareness about aging wisely. If you haven't subscribed yet, now's a great time to do it, and make sure you turn on notifications so you never miss out. If you find this video helpful, comment with the number 1 below. If not, feel free to drop a 0 so I can improve the next one for you. Fact 1. Bathing too frequently may accelerate skin aging. Let me begin with a personal question. How often do you shower or bathe? Is it a strict daily habit? Maybe even twice a day? Because you've always believed that cleanliness is a virtue? Or are you someone who opts for every other day, trying to strike a practical balance? Regardless of where you fall, there's something important to consider. If you're over 70 and still bathing every single day, you might be speeding up the aging process of your skin without realizing it. Surprising, right? That well-meaning routine could be doing more damage than good. Let's take a closer look at why. As we grow older, our skin undergoes a natural transformation, and it's not always flattering. It loses thickness, becoming more delicate. It dries out more easily because the body produces significantly less natural oil. It becomes less resilient, more like fragile silk than the firm skin of youth. Those natural oils known as sebum create a barrier that keeps moisture locked in and skin feeling supple. But once we reach our 70s, this protective layer becomes much thinner, making skin especially prone to dryness and irritation. Now think about what happens when you lather up with soap and stand under hot water. You're not just cleansing away sweat and grime. You're also washing off what little remains of that natural barrier, exposing your already sensitive skin to even more dryness and damage. Imagine your skin in your younger days vibrant, smooth, and full of life. Like a fresh, dewy rose. It held onto moisture effortlessly, glowed with health, and could bounce back from just about anything. But as we grow older, that once resilient skin transforms. Now it's more like delicate silk, elegant, yes, but far more fragile. Just as you wouldn't scrub silk with a stiff brush or soak it in scalding water, the skin in our 70s needs a gentler approach. Yet many of us continue bathing as we did in our 30s or 40s, not realizing how damaging that can be. You might think daily showers are necessary to stay fresh and hygienic. It's a fair concern. But dermatologists who specialize in aging skin often suggest a different approach. For most women over 70, bathing the whole body 2 to 3 times a week is not only enough, it's healthier. On the in-between days, it's perfectly fine to do a focused wash of key areas like the underarms, feet, and private zones. This keeps you clean while protecting your skin from unnecessary dryness and irritation. But it's not just how often you bathe, it's how you do it that really counts. Many of us reach for foamy, fragrant soaps or take long, hot showers that feel relaxing but actually strip our skin of its natural oils. Harsh soaps and high water temperatures can leave mature skin feeling tight, itchy, and more prone to wrinkles. Instead, experts recommend using gentle, unscented cleansers that are designed to cleanse without disrupting the skin's barrier. Keep your showers short, 5 to 10 minutes, and make sure the water is warm, not hot. If you're still bathing the way you did decades ago, it might be time to update your routine. Your skin deserves care that reflects the changes it's gone through, not just out of vanity, but because healthy skin plays a vital role in your comfort and protection. Here's another surprising truth. Bathing too often can actually raise your risk of infections. That might sound strange, especially when we're taught that cleanliness protects us. But overwashing can dry out the skin, create tiny cracks, and strip away the natural oils that act as your body's first defense. Once that protective barrier is weakened, bacteria can enter more easily, increasing your vulnerability to skin conditions or even infections. In older adults, where skin is already thinner and slower to heal, this becomes a real concern. So, ironically, bathing less often and more gently isn't neglect. It's one of the smartest things you can do for your health. Skin, your body's protective shield. Your skin is far more complex than it appears. It's not just an outer covering, it's a living, dynamic barrier, working tirelessly to protect you from the constant onslaught of bacteria, fungi, and countless other microscopic threats. And at the heart of this defense system are two key elements: your skin's natural oils and its microbiome. The invisible ecosystem on your skin. Let's take a closer look. Your skin is naturally coated with a fine layer of oils, the same ones we mentioned earlier that act like a seal, helping retain moisture while blocking out harmful invaders. But oils alone aren't doing the heavy lifting. Your skin also hosts a vast, invisible ecosystem made up of trillions of microorganisms, most of them friendly. This collection of good bacteria is known as the microbiome, and it plays a crucial role in keeping you healthy. These microbes act like your own microscopic security team, outcompeting harmful bacteria and fungi for space and resources. Together with your skin's oils, they form a powerful barrier that's essential for your well-being. How excessive washing breaks down protection. This is where excessive bathing becomes a real concern. Each time you scrub your skin with soap, especially strong, scented ones, or stand under a long, hot shower, you're not just removing dirt. You're stripping away the natural oils and disrupting the delicate balance of beneficial microbes. It's like tearing down your skin's walls and sending its defenders home, then wondering why it becomes so vulnerable. For women over 70, this damage is even more significant, as aging skin produces less oil and takes longer to recover. Overwashing doesn't just dry your skin, it weakens your defenses and makes you more prone to infections when the barrier breaks down. So what happens when your skin's barrier is compromised? One of the first risks is fungal infections. When your skin loses its natural defenses, fungi like Candida can thrive, leading to issues such as athlete's foot, yeast infections, or persistent rashes, especially in warm, damp areas. There's also the risk of dermatitis and eczema. Dry, irritated skin can crack, creating sore, itchy spots that are slow to heal. And let's not forget bacterial infections. Once the skin loses its protective layer, bacteria can slip in through the tiniest cuts or dry patches, causing painful sores, abscesses, or even cellulitis, a deeper infection that often needs medical treatment. The hidden risk of antibacterial products. You might think using antibacterial soap is the answer, but that approach can actually make things worse. While these soaps do kill bacteria, they don't distinguish between harmful and helpful microbes. By wiping out the good bacteria, they throw your skin's microbiome out of balance, leaving it more exposed than before. On top of that, ingredients like triclosan found in many antibacterial products have been linked to long-term concerns, including antibiotic resistance. It's a risk you don't want to take. Listen to what your skin is telling you. So the next time you feel the urge to shower just out of habit, take a moment to reflect. Your skin isn't crying out for more soap and water, it's quietly asking for a little mercy. Give it the rest and care it deserves, preserving natural oils and microbiome. When you ease up on frequent bathing and allow your skin to retain its natural oils and microbiome, you're doing more than just preventing dryness, you're actively supporting your body's natural defense system. In this case, doing less really means doing more when it comes to protecting your health and skin integrity. Fact 3. Hot showers can be hazardous in your 70s. I used to love long, hot showers, the kind that fog up every inch of the mirror, wrap you in warmth, and make you feel like you've spent time in a private steam room. There's a kind of peaceful escape in that sensation, tension melting away as the heat surrounds you. But once you reach your 70s, that comforting habit can turn into something more concerning. What once felt relaxing could now quietly become a serious safety risk. It's no longer just about comfort, it's about staying safe. Why hot water can be risky as you age. Let me explain what changes. The problem begins with how your body responds to heat. When you're under that hot stream of water, your blood vessels expand to help release internal heat, a built-in cooling mechanism. But the wider those vessels become, the more your blood pressure can drop. For younger people, that dip isn't a big deal, their bodies adjust rapidly. But as we get older, our circulatory systems respond more slowly. And that drop in pressure can bring on bigger problems, especially in the most hazardous room in the house. What happens when blood pressure drops too far? So what exactly can go wrong? That rapid drop in blood pressure may trigger sudden dizziness or a floating, off-balance feeling. In some cases, it can even lead to fainting, where your body shuts down momentarily and you collapse. Now imagine that happening while you're standing in the shower. Your feet are wet, the floor is slick, steam clouds your vision, and you're surrounded by hard surfaces. It only takes a second of instability for something serious to happen. The hidden danger of bathroom falls. Did you know that more than 80% of senior falls happen in the bathroom? It makes sense when you think about it. Add slippery tiles to a sudden dizzy spell, and you've got a scenario that catches too many people off guard. The steamy air and lack of stable footing combine into a setting where one wrong move can have devastating consequences. What a fall really means. After 70, and a fall at this stage in life is no small matter. It's not just a scraped knee or an awkward moment. A fall in your 70s can mean a broken hip, an injury that often requires surgery, extended rehab, and a long road to recovery. In many cases, it leads to long-term loss of mobility or independence. Then there are the head injuries. A slip that sends you into the sink or onto the hard floor can cause concussions, internal bleeding in the brain, or other trauma that's significantly more dangerous with age. Even when the injury doesn't seem life-threatening at first, the complications can be lasting. Lingering pain, reduced confidence in movement, and sometimes reliance on walking aids or outside care. Shower safety tips for older adults. If you or someone you care about loves the comfort of a hot shower, there's no need to give it up, but it's important to make it safer without losing the soothing ritual. The first step? Turn down the temperature. Opt for warm water instead of steaming hot. A good rule of thumb is this: the water should feel comforting, not searing. If your skin turns bright red or feels irritated afterward, that's your body's way of saying it's too hot. Next, reinforce your bathroom with safety in mind. Install grab bars both at the shower entrance and along the walls. These solid handholds provide instant support if your balance wavers. You might also consider adding a shower chair or stool. Sitting while bathing removes the risk of slipping and makes the entire process more relaxed and secure. And here's a crucial piece of advice. If you suddenly feel dizzy in the shower, don't try to push through. Carefully lower yourself onto the stool or the floor. Breathe slowly, and call for help if the feeling doesn't pass quickly. There's no benefit in toughing it out when your safety is at stake. Fact 4. Your feet deserve more attention than you think. Many women have mastered a facial routine, applying moisturizers, smoothing on serums, and even treating themselves to expensive creams designed to refresh and renew. It's a habit built on care and consistency. But here's a question worth asking. When was the last time you gave your feet that same kind of care? I'm not referring to the occasional scrub or pedicure. I'm talking about consistent, thoughtful attention. As we age, our feet often become one of the most vulnerable parts of the body, and overlooking them can lead to bigger issues than you might expect. Why foot health becomes crucial with age. The older we get, the more our circulation tends to slow, especially in the lower limbs. Blood doesn't move as efficiently, which means even the smallest scratch or blister can take longer to heal. This delayed recovery turns our feet into an easy target for infections and irritation. And here's the thing. If you don't wash and dry your feet thoroughly, particularly between the toes, you're creating a perfect environment for bacteria and fungi. These invaders thrive in damp, enclosed spaces. Foot odor is the least of your concerns. The real danger lies in infections that can worsen quickly if left unaddressed. Most common foot infections among seniors. Fungal issues like athlete's foot are especially common and often ignored. They develop in moist, neglected skin and can cause itching, peeling, and discomfort. If you tend to rush through drying off or skip thorough cleaning on tired days, you may be giving these fungi the perfect opportunity to grow. Risks of neglected foot care. If you notice itching, flaking, or redness on your feet, don't brush it off. It may start as minor discomfort, but if left unchecked, it can evolve into something more serious. For older adults, especially those with diabetes or weakened immune systems, lingering moisture around the feet can lead to ulcers. Painful, slow, to heal wounds that may require professional treatment. Your toenails deserve attention too. Improper trimming, especially if cut too short or with curved edges, can cause ingrown nails that pierce the skin, inviting bacteria in. Before you know it, those overlooked feet can become a source of chronic pain or infection. A simple daily routine for healthy feet. Even if you're only showering a few times a week, your feet need daily attention. Here's a quick routine that can make a big difference. Begin with a quick wash each day, even on non-shower days. You can use a basin or stand in the tub. Clean gently with mild soap and warm, not hot water, making sure to wash away sweat and grime. Drying is where many go wrong. Don't rush, take your time to pat your feet completely dry, especially between the toes, where lingering moisture can lead to trouble. Follow up with a light moisturizer on the tops and bottoms of your feet to prevent dryness and cracking, especially around the heels. Cracked skin can be painful and creates openings for bacteria. But skip the lotion between the toes, where trapped moisture can encourage fungal growth. When to see a doctor, and don't ignore unusual signs. Tingling, swelling, or aching feet may not just be part of getting older. These can signal problems like poor circulation or nerve damage conditions that become more common with age. A quick visit to your doctor could identify and manage issues before they escalate. By caring for your feet each day, you're not just avoiding discomfort, you're helping ensure they stay strong and capable for the years ahead. Fact 5. Gentle care for your intimate areas. Now let's talk about a topic that's often avoided but absolutely essential for women over 70. Caring for your intimate areas. It's not just a small aspect of hygiene. It's a vital part of staying comfortable and healthy as your body changes with age. Because this isn't a subject most people talk about openly, many women continue with routines they developed decades ago. But here's the issue. The skin and tissues in these areas become much more sensitive with age. If you're still using the same products or techniques from your younger years, you could be upsetting your body's natural balance without even realizing it. This disruption can lead to chronic irritation, recurrent infections, or discomfort that turns everyday movements like walking or sitting into painful tasks. It's not something to be embarrassed about. It's something to address with care and awareness. Hormonal shifts and changes in intimate health. So what actually happens to your intimate area as the years go by? One of the first major changes is a drop in natural lubrication after menopause. For most women, this transition begins in their late 40s to early 50s, when estrogen levels start to decline sharply and then remain low. This hormonal shift leads to noticeable changes. The vaginal tissues become thinner, drier, and far more sensitive than before. Something that might have caused only mild irritation years ago, like using a slightly scented or abrasive soap, can now result in burning, redness, or lingering discomfort. Changing pH and increased vulnerability. Another important shift is in your vaginal pH. During your younger reproductive years, your body naturally maintained an acidic environment, typically between 3.8 and 4.5, that helped guard against infections by keeping harmful bacteria and yeast in check. But with age, that acidity fades, drifting toward a more neutral pH. This subtle shift may seem minor, but it increases your susceptibility to infections like bacterial vaginosis or yeast overgrowth, especially if your hygiene habits haven't adjusted with the times. Delicate skin in a sensitive area. The physical texture of the skin also changes. As estrogen drops, the tissue in your intimate area becomes less elastic and more fragile. Without the usual collagen and moisture, the skin in this region can feel more delicate, almost paper-thin. Using rough towels, harsh cleansers, or scrubbing too vigorously can easily lead to micro-tears. These tiny injuries not only feel uncomfortable, but they also create entry points for bacteria and irritation. Common hygiene missteps to avoid. Now, let's address a few common missteps. If you're still using that bold scented body wash, a strong antibacterial soap, or worse, a vaginal douche, you could be causing more harm than good. These products don't just remove dirt. They disrupt your body's protective balance by eliminating beneficial bacteria like lactobacilli, the good guys that help maintain your intimate health. Without them, harmful organisms can flourish. Douching, in particular, is an outdated and risky habit. It can destroy your body's natural defenses and may even push harmful bacteria deeper, raising your risk of internal infections. Gentle, smart, intimate hygiene tips. So what should you do instead? The good news is that the vagina itself doesn't need external help. It's self-cleaning. It produces secretions that naturally manage cleanliness from within. Your job is simply to care for the outer area, the vulva, with as little disruption as possible. Plain warm water is often all you need to stay fresh. If you'd prefer a cleanser, choose a fragrance-free, hypoallergenic formula that's designed specifically for sensitive skin. Skip the sponges, loofahs, or textured cloths. They're too rough. Your hands are gentle and effective. And when you're drying off, avoid rubbing the area. Use a soft towel to gently pat dry, reducing the risk of irritation. The truth about overwashing. Here's something that might surprise you. Overwashing or scrubbing too hard can actually make odors worse, not better. That's because stripping away your skin's natural balance can lead to bacterial overgrowth and irritation, which can in turn cause odor. Sometimes, less truly is more, especially when caring for one of your body's most sensitive areas. The cycle of overwashing and discomfort. It's easy to assume that scrubbing more will leave you feeling fresher, but in reality, it often does the opposite. Overwashing throws off the delicate microbial balance in your intimate area, eliminating the very bacteria that naturally keep odor and irritation in check. Once those helpful microbes are gone, the environment becomes more welcoming to bacteria and yeast that actually cause the odors you're trying to prevent. The result? You end up washing more to solve a problem that your washing habit created in the first place. If you've ever finished a shower only to feel irritated or less fresh shortly after, or noticed itching that seems to come out of nowhere, your hygiene routine may be too harsh. The fix? Simplify. A less is more approach helps maintain a healthy, comfortable balance, letting your body's natural systems do their job without interference. Fact 6. Hard water could be harming your skin and hair. Imagine this. You've just taken a shower, followed your usual routine, applied your moisturizer, but your skin still feels tight, itchy, or dry. Or maybe your hair looks dull, limp, and unmanageable, no matter how many nourishing products you use. Before blaming your skincare or hair care products, it might be time to look at a different source: your tap water. Hard water, which contains high levels of minerals like calcium, magnesium, and iron, can silently wreak havoc on aging skin and hair, even when your routine hasn't changed. The impact of hard water on mature skin. Most people don't consider what's actually in their water. But if you're over 70, this detail becomes more important than ever. Hard water leaves behind invisible mineral deposits that cling to your skin after bathing. These residues can interfere with the way your soap rinses off, leaving a chalky film often referred to as soap scum that blocks pores and prevents your skin from absorbing moisture. That layer doesn't just feel unpleasant. It dries out the skin and worsens conditions like eczema, psoriasis, or chronic dermatitis. For seniors, whose skin is already thinner and slower to replenish natural oils, this buildup can accelerate discomfort, increase inflammation, and make flare-ups more difficult to control. Over time, the damage adds up, causing lasting dryness, irritation, and a noticeable loss in skin softness and elasticity. How hard water affects hair health. And it's not just your skin that suffers. The minerals in hard water also latch onto your hair, creating buildup along the scalp and strands. This layer prevents moisture from penetrating the hair shaft and weighs hair down, leaving it flat, dry, and more prone to breakage. Natural oils that usually give hair its shine and smoothness get stripped away, making your locks look dull and tired, even after conditioning. Long-term hair damage from hard water. Over time, exposure to hard water can cause hair to become dry, brittle, and more prone to breakage. In some cases, it may even contribute to increased thinning, a discouraging development, especially for older women already navigating the natural effects of aging. But here's the good news. You don't have to accept these changes as inevitable. There are simple, effective ways to protect your hair and skin from the harsh effects of mineral-heavy water. How to protect against hard water damage. One of the easiest solutions is installing a shower filter. These affordable attachments fit directly onto your shower head and help reduce the amount of minerals hitting your skin and hair. You can find them online or at most home improvement stores. Many people report immediate improvement: skin that feels smoother, less itchiness, and hair that's lighter, cleaner, and easier to manage. Also, consider switching your body cleanser. Regular bar soaps tend to react with hard water, creating that stubborn residue. Instead, use a sulfate-free, pH-balanced body wash or moisturizing cleanser. These formulas are better suited for hard water and rinse off more effectively, leaving your skin feeling clean without the film. Timing your moisturizing routine is another critical step. Don't let your skin air dry after a shower. Instead, apply your favorite rich moisturizer while your skin is still damp, ideally within 3 minutes of towel drying. This helps trap moisture and forms a barrier that prevents further dehydration. If your hair feels weighed down or rough, introduce a clarifying shampoo into your routine once a week. It helps strip away mineral buildup, making room for your regular conditioner to actually do its job. Follow up with a deep conditioning treatment to bring back softness and shine. You might not be able to change your water source, but with these small changes, you can absolutely take back control of how your skin and hair feel. Fact 7. A warm bath before bed can improve your sleep. If you've been struggling with restless nights, trouble drifting off, waking up often, or rising without feeling rested, there's a calming, research-backed solution you might not have tried. Taking a warm bath before bedtime. This isn't just a luxurious ritual, although it certainly feels like one. It's actually supported by science as a gentle way to help your body prepare for sleep. You might be wondering, didn't we talk about the risks of hot water earlier? And yes, it's true, very hot baths or showers can be dangerous, especially for older adults, because they can cause dizziness or raise your blood pressure. But a warm bath, kept at a moderate, comfortable temperature, offers all the benefits without the risks. Why warm baths promote better sleep? Here's how it works. Your body temperature naturally begins to drop in the evening, signaling that it's time to wind down. When you take a warm bath, ideally at a temperature around 98 to 100 degrees Fahrenheit, your core temperature rises slightly. Then, when you get out and begin cooling down, your body experiences a rapid temperature drop that mirrors its natural bedtime rhythm. This shift encourages the release of melatonin, the hormone that helps regulate sleep, helping you fall asleep faster and enjoy deeper rest. Other benefits of bathing before bed. Aside from aiding sleep, a warm bath also helps ease tension in the body. It can loosen tight muscles after a busy day, relieve minor aches and pains, and reduce stiffness in joints, all of which can make it easier to get comfortable and stay asleep longer. The calming effects don't stop at the physical level either. Soaking in a warm bath offers mental relaxation too, helping you let go of stress and anxiety before your head ever hits the pillow. Optimizing your pre-sleep bath. A warm bath doesn't just ease physical tension, it's also a powerful way to calm your mind. For many older adults, stress and anxiety become more common and more disruptive to sleep. The good news? A gentle soak can help reset your nervous system. Warm water activates the parasympathetic nervous response, your body's natural relaxation mode, helping reduce cortisol, the stress hormone, and inviting a deep sense of calm as you ease into bedtime. To get the most out of this nightly ritual, timing is key. Schedule your bath roughly 1 to 2 hours before heading to bed. This allows your body enough time to gradually cool down, which mimics the natural drop in core temperature that signals your brain it's time to sleep. Take the bath too close to bedtime, and you may stay too warm to drift off. Take it too early, and the effect might wear off before your head hits the pillow. Want to boost the relaxation effect even more? Add a few drops of lavender essential oil to the water. Lavender has been shown to lower heart rate, soothe muscle tension, and calm the nervous system, perfect for setting the stage for restful sleep. Just be sure to keep the water temperature comfortably warm, not hot. You want to feel gently warmed, not overheated or flushed when you step out. If the water's too hot, it may leave you feeling stimulated instead of relaxed. Pair this bath with a wind-down routine, dim the lights, curl up with a book, or listen to calming music. When done consistently, this combination can turn a restless night into a peaceful one. If insomnia or frequent wake-ups have become the norm, this simple, soothing change might be the missing piece to help you finally sleep soundly again. Fact 8. Bathing habits can influence your heart health. Here's a surprising connection you might not have considered. The way you bathe could affect your heart health, especially once you're in your 70s. For many people, bathing is simply about cleanliness or comfort. But if you live with high blood pressure, poor circulation, or a heart condition, how and when you bathe might either ease your heart's workload or unknowingly put extra strain on it. As we age, the heart becomes less adaptable to sudden changes. And even small things like how long your bath lasts or how hot the water is can impact your cardiovascular health. Being aware of these triggers can help ensure that your bath remains a source of relaxation, not risk. The heart's response to temperature shocks. Let's break it down. Hot water above 104 degrees Fahrenheit can cause your blood vessels to expand quickly as your body tries to cool itself. This rapid dilation may sound harmless, but it can cause a sudden drop in blood pressure, leading to dizziness, nausea, or even fainting. Now imagine that happening while standing in a slippery shower or getting out of a deep tub. It's a recipe for a dangerous fall. On the flip side, some people use a blast of cold water at the end of their shower for a quick energy jolt. But this abrupt cold exposure causes blood vessels to tighten, which can spike your blood pressure and force your heart to work harder. While younger people may tolerate these changes without issue, an aging heart can struggle. That stress might result in chest tightness, skipped beats, or in serious cases, heart-related episodes that need medical attention. The risk of staying in too long. And then there's one more subtle but serious risk: soaking for too long. While spending 20, 30, even 40 minutes in a warm bath might feel indulgent, it can actually backfire. Extended exposure to hot water causes your blood vessels to stay dilated longer, which decreases how efficiently blood and oxygen circulate to vital organs like your brain and heart. The result? You might feel lightheaded, short of breath, or mentally foggy, all signs that your system is working overtime. Heart-smart bathing tips. But don't worry, protecting your heart doesn't mean giving up your bath time ritual. It just means making a few smart adjustments. Stick with water that's warm but not hot, somewhere between 98 and 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Avoid extreme temperatures that can cause your blood pressure to swing wildly. Try to keep your soak to 10 or 15 minutes tops. That's enough time to unwind without putting unnecessary stress on your system. And when it's time to get out, take your time. Don't rush to stand like you used to. Instead, rise slowly and hold on to something sturdy like a grab bar or the tub edge so your body has a moment to readjust its circulation. If you're using a bathtub shower combo, sitting on a bath chair can provide extra safety and stability. Most importantly, listen to your body. If you feel unusually warm, weak, dizzy, or out of breath, don't push through it. Step out carefully, sit down, and give yourself a break. Your heart has carried you this far with a little awareness. You can help it stay strong and steady. Conclusion: 8 surprising facts about bathing after 70. And there you have it, 8 surprising truths about bathing after 70 that might just change the way you think about your everyday habits. From how overbathing can dry out and damage your skin, to the dangers of hot water, and the hidden effects of hard water, even to how a warm evening bath can improve your sleep. We've covered a lot of ground. My hope is that these insights empower you to rethink your self-care routine in ways that honor your changing body and support your well-being. So let me ask, what resonated with you most? Was it realizing your skin needs fewer showers, discovering the importance of foot care, or perhaps understanding how to make bath time safer for your heart? I'd love to hear what stood out to you. Drop a comment below and share one small change you're excited to make starting today. It's amazing how these simple shifts can lead to big improvements in how we feel, move, and rest. If this video offered you something valuable, please take a moment to leave a comment. It helps build this supportive community. Don't forget to hit the like button, share it with a friend who might need these reminders. And of course, subscribe so you never miss a future episode with helpful tips for living well at every stage of life. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you in the next video. Until then, take gentle care of yourself. You've earned it.